What it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and I'm going to be back at you today with the first of the month Danmachi video, and this is an important one. This is a really important one this month, okay? As you guys may or may not know, the first of every month we come in here, and what we're going to do is we're going to sell all of our unneeded bonds. And how do we do that? Well, a little button right there at the top that looks like a couple of gears. Click that, or I guess push that with your finger. We're going to go to the inventory button there at the very top. Right there. And we're going to go to bond here. Okay. Now, I've only got one bond. That's because I've sold most of mine. And, well, I kind of explain why here in a minute. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go just sell this one singular bond. But if I'm honest with myself here, most people are going to be in a situation where they've got tons and tons of bonds. So the way you're going to sell a majority of bonds that you've got is if you go right above where it shows the bond here, underneath where it says rank at the top, there's a little button that says sell multiple items. So if I click on that, it'll give me an opportunity to sell all of my 2-star, 3-star, and 4-star bonds. And I'll actually differentiate between all and surplus. Surplus basically means any unit that you have max limit broken, or you've got a few bonds in, you only, let's say you need 3 bonds to max limit break a unit, it'll sell anything above and beyond those 3. It's a very handy tool. Though for my purposes, I'm going to do sell all. Now, you can select 2 and 3-star here, but if you select sell all, you cannot select 4-star. It's going to automatically go back to surplus. It's not going to let you mess up, which is really nice. So I'm going to do sell all, and I'm going to sell all of my 2 and 3-star bonds. Unfortunately, it's only the one bond. It's going to give me 2 Cereos for it, but that's okay. And once again, I'll explain why here in a moment. So there we go. They're all sold. Now, if I go back up here and I sell surplus, let me see. I do not have any surplus bonds in my 4-stars. So all these 4-star bonds are usable. So remember here that when you max limit break a unit, it represents a roughly about 80 iris per unit that you max limit break. So each and every one of these bonds is worth about 10 iris, maybe up to 20, depending upon the level you have them at and all that stuff. Because there's going to be some you're going to get out of the guild quest and things like that. So I would say it's not worth selling 4-star bonds unless they are absolutely unnecessary, or B, because there are some units that are completely irrelevant at this point in the game, or B, they're surplus. So be really cautious about that. Don't sell 4-star bonds just because they're chilling in here. So case in point, sometimes I don't upgrade my units or whatever, and I've got a few in here that I might actually sell later on down the road. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on. I have a little more than 10. So I basically have 100 iris plus chilling right here in my bin. So pretty straightforward stuff there. Now, what do we do with all this, and why is all this going down this way? Well, and why is this in the first of the month, frankly? Well, if you go down here and you go to shop right over here, and you go to Cereos Duplicate Exchange, this is where you exchange all those Cereos you just bought. Now, I've got only 130, so I'm going to be really, really, really picky about what I'm buying. I would normally recommend coming in here and first gobbling up all your 2 and 3-star tickets, but this month I'm going to say put the brakes on that for a minute. They're going to be really good, but in a matter of 2 weeks, they're going to do a big update to the general 4-star pool, which means some of those units from the anime gacha that aren't in there already will be added there. The pool's going to grow. It does mean it's going to be harder to pull some of the units you want, but it does mean some of the newer units that are even better, you have a chance of pulling with 4-stars. Remember, both 2-star and 3-star tickets have a chance to turn into a 4-star. It's a low chance, but it's a chance. It doesn't matter which one. So I'd say hold off on this. The other reason I say that is because the anniversary event kicks off this month. And The anniversary event is going to represent a lot of summoning. And so as you're summoning, you're naturally going to get these. You're naturally going to get enough cereals. So before the month is out, make sure you buy these. For now, I think, personally, it's best to come in here and buy some of these items. The CP items needed to upgrade units. And one of the things that I'm really after here are souvenirs. Now, you don't necessarily have to buy souvenirs. You could buy whatever you need. How do you know what you need? Well, that's pretty easy. Come over here to the screen where we're going to use them. To do this, you just go to the little character button all the way over there on the far left. Go to character list right here. And pick a character. Pretty straightforward stuff. Okay? I personally like to go down here and start with my lowest units. Now, remember, character list, the CP items here, they're going to give you upgrades to your units. But at this point in time of the month, if you haven't done upgrades, they're definitely not going to do anything too crazy for you. What you're going to want to do, you're going to want to come in here and make sure you just upgrade units for the iris. That's going to be the most important thing at the moment. So I like to come in here. Let's see, origami's at level 15. So if I go to character CP reward list, it'll tell me what I'm getting. So CP reward list says level 3 I get 5 iris, level 5 I get 5 iris, level 7 I get 5 iris, 9, 11, 13, and now after 13 it goes up to 16 I get 10 iris, and then 18 I get 10 iris. This unit's at level 15, so I could take her up to 16, and I can get some iris. How do I know how much level I need, though? If I go over here to CP reward list one more time, it'll tell me at the top I need 429. So that's 3 of these items. So if I go to offer present, it'll say I've got 26 of these. And if you see the little heart over there, over the CP item, that means that's the one these units prefer. Since she's a crossover units always uses souvenirs. You have a couple different types of units. You have bouquets, you've got dungeon sandwiches, and you've got the books of knowledge. Now, each one of those actually has a larger item. So I wish I had more items here to show you, but I've already spent mine. But souvenirs, books of knowledge, single flowers, and dungeon sandwiches all represent about 200 CP to the right unit. Now, notice it says 200 plus 200 CP right there with the little heart. If I go up here a little ways to, like, let's say Raoul, he doesn't favor the souvenir. The souvenir is very specifically for crossover units. So for him, it would only count 5 CP. Now, books of knowledge, single flowers, and dungeon sandwiches all represent about 100 CP to the unit they don't favor. But still, it's not worthwhile. All 4 of these units, souvenirs included, count to 200 CP to the unit they're favored on. So, honestly, my investment is better putting that into the unit that's favored. I usually have more CP items, and I hope this is kind of understandable, because I really tried to purge as much of the CP item list as I could by the end of last month. So I did a lot of purging last night, even on stream. So, that said, let's go to offer present. We know she needs roughly about 500. That is going to be 3 of these CP items. Bam. There's my 10 iris. I do recommend trying to get as many of these units as possible up to level 16 or even possibly level 18. Not everyone gives iris at those stages. Let's see what Raoul does. So reward list goes 5 iris at 11, 5 iris at 13, and then, yeah. So 16 he gives 10 iris, but he also gives some dialogue in the town, which crossover units aren't going to get. So there, you want to check the unit, you want to check which CP item they favor, which CP item you're going to give them, and then go get that iris, y'all. And not only that, as you upgrade units, go into the guild sometimes, and in the guild, you'll see that Bell CP level 27 times 25. If I get one more unit at, 24, 25, get one more unit on Bell CP at level 27, I'll get that 10 iris reward. If I go all the way down here to the bottom, you'll see Leafy is CP level, 27, 21, 21, 19. So as I upgrade units, I'm going to get some more of these items. Usually I can gain an entire multi on this first day. I can get 400 to 500 iris just on this first day doing this farm. So hopefully this is helpful. If you want to see a little bit more of this, go back and look at some of the previous months where I had more Cereos to spend. But unfortunately, this month I only have what I have because I did that big purge. So hopefully that's helpful. There are, like I said, other CP items. There are, if we go in here, dungeon cakes, dungeon sandwiches, books of nobility, books of knowledge, big bouquets, single flowers, and of course the souvenirs. Whereas dungeon sandwiches are 200 CP to the right unit, dungeon cakes are 400. Books of nobility are 400, where books of knowledge are 200. Big bouquets are 400, where single flowers are 200. So you want to make sure you do this accordingly. But once again, the reason I chose souvenirs, those souvenirs don't have a big item yet. I really hope they get one. If I go all the way down here to the bottom, like, there we go. T. Let's go ahead and offer present. Pardon me for a moment. My apologies for that. So with T, if whatever I give her is going to count a little bit more because she's so low on the list. Remember, the lower they are, the more your CP is really worth. So, case in point, to level her up, I need 640, but she's, based on that level. If I go up here to, like, someone that's way up the list, like, I think Harahime is close to the top. If I go to that, she requires 5,000. So it's better to start at the bottom. While these units give you about 10 iris, it takes longer to get it because you have to do more levels to get it, and you have to spend a lot more of your CP item to get up there. Now, this does do other things. You'll see that with Leafy, or with Harahime, on, apologies. You always get down here to record and your allergies go crazy. The benefits of recording in a basement. So at CP level 2, she got agility 10. She gets a few other things, and there are other ways to obtain iris. But this is the most important thing you could do at the beginning of a month. Now, if you want to know why it says Leafy, Belle, and Eyes, very simply put, if you go here into the center of town, you'll see I have Leafy here. I've unlocked her because in the story mode, I've unlocked the Leafy story. You have to unlock the Belle story to level, I believe, 15 in order to unlock these two. And then to get them in the town, you just have to do the first story mode at normal mode. In fact, you don't even have to be at hard or anything like that of their event, and you will unlock them here in the town. So right now I'm on Leafy. If I go to Belle, by pressing that little reset button at the very top center, it says next update, has like a little reset button thing. I can cycle through Belle or Eyes. And if I go in here to the character list, you'll notice, while Harahime is still at the top, some of my other units are in different spots. So this is a great way to get a ton of iris, because not only do you get to do it once for Belle, you also get to do it once for Eyes and once for Leafy. So go down here. You notice my T is now at level 4 instead of level 2 where she was at the other one. So I can actually go ahead and go in here and do some quick upgrades. What does Cowgirl need? She needs 2 of them. So offer present. Bam, bam. And now I've got 10 more iris. Let's see, did I get anything in the guild? I did not. So I've got to do a little bit more. But I digress. Great ways to get a ton of iris very, very quickly. So go in there and do that. And keep up with this month. You're going to be doing so many summons this month, it's going to be ridiculous. So stay with this and make sure you do each and every single one of these. For now, that is going to be the video. I apologize if there's any confusion. I'm just trying to get this done in a pretty decent amount of time, and there's a lot really to cover, and it's really kind of complicated this month because we do have summons coming up. But We'll cover it again next month, and we have done this every single month, so you can check back in the archive. We've done this for a little over a year now, so there's plenty of these videos to watch. Get a little bit of an idea of what you're dealing with if you have any confusion or questions. You can always post them in the comments section down below, but for now, that's going to be the video. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be back with you guys with more Danmachi very soon.